I repeated what she said. I got one backwards in my name. Yeah, I heard that shit before. That's all okay. I hear you. Is there any way I can see myself as I do it? Like, yeah, with those. Why you want to see yourself? I walk in the room and I light it up. God's inside of all of us. If you knew who you were and what you could do with the lie, yeah, I got the.
Yeah, all right, cool.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
How you feeling, man?
Man, good, man. Hanging in there. You know, quarantine status up right now.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man, thank you for allowing me some of your time. I know you're a busy man.
Yeah, sorry.
I've always respected your grind. I've always respected your hustle, man. This is something that I'm calling a co-op. For those that don't know who I am on conference right now, man, I call him Ace. He's a man. I don't know how we met, but it seems like we met through our work somehow.
Yeah, for
At
sure.
some point in time, man. I know at one point it was Rocky and Fick. At one point in time, I know it was Plot Gallery.
Yeah.
At one point in time, I know
Man,
you had
used to rock with Chuck Willie. That's my bro.
That's your bro?
Man, yeah, I knew Chuck since he was like probably 13, 12, 14.
Man, Chuck fucked me up in Madden yesterday, and I'm kind of hot, man.
Oh, for real? Yeah, nah, that's my guy. I know Chuck since we was young.
Man, he got some new music too, man. We're going to have to send it to you so you can hear it, man. He said he's ready to go. So I don't know what that means for Chuck at this stage in his life, man, but he said he's figured some things out and he's excited about what he's created and wants to share with people.
That's what's up. I can't wait to hear.
You want to tell us what you do, man? I know you've been an ambassador for Adidas. You've been an ambassador for Spray Ground backpacks. You've been an ambassador for free Wi-Fi. You've been the tour manager for Brockhampton, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Ace, man? How you doing, man? What have you learned along your way, man? And what do you want to see happen after this quarantine shit is over?
Man, yeah. So I mean, right now, like most recently, I tour managed with Brockhampton and Shoreline Mafia. So shit, like I was just reflecting back the last day I was outside. We had a show in Mexico with Shoreline Mafia. But it's like, damn, it's like that's over right now. So just transitioning, you know what I'm saying, out of that and just putting my time into something else right now. And I was supposed to be in like a week like a week. We supposed to be leaving for Europe with Brockhampton for the Europe tour. So just like, you know, taking that rolling with the punches right now and finding something else to spend my time and really transitioning. But, you know, I think the good thing about like the quarantine is just it allows you to spend more time focusing on other things too. So being at home, being at the crib, being able to put my energy and attention into some other things. So it ain't gonna stop. We still hustling, just the hustle change, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just trying to, like I said, like you said, man, I got a long history. I worked for Adidas for like 6 years. I was like the first head of marketing for Spray Ground. I worked real close with my sisters, Coco and Breezy. And, you know, I was head of marketing, creative director for Supra, and just got a lot of experiences in the fashion and music side. And right now, it's just about putting all that together and taking it to the next level. So that's kind of what I'm focused on right now.
What brought you to California?
Man, honestly, like I felt like I had reached the ceiling in Minnesota. I was managing Rocky and Fick, or like, not to say Rocky's manager per se, but like kind of the whole experience of Rocky and Fick. And really, I felt like we had reached the ceiling in Minnesota. I felt like we was the hottest artists in Minnesota. We had performed at every venue. We was selling out every show to the point where like we was doing the Quest size venue for like the last big show we did, and for Fick's birthday, and you know we had NFL dudes rocking with us, from Michael Bennett to like when the whole Vikings team got bumped on the boat, like they was playing our music. To if you go back to our old footage, just like we got Eddie Griffin from the Timberwolves coming on stage performing with us, and like as far as locally in Minnesota, I feel like we had really just peaked out. So I mean, really moved to LA because I was trying to get like more connects in LA. You
feel like what is the peak in Minnesota, man? Can that measuring stick be moved? Has it moved since then? Like, what can somebody of that cut from that cloth that you and Rocky and Fick was, that person right now in 2020, can that person do more than what y'all already accomplished?
I don't really think so. You know what I'm saying? To be real with you, I feel like at a certain point, you're going to hit every venue. You're going to have a name where everybody knows who you are. You're going to hit a point where you're going to have to get onto that next level. And that next level is more like a national, scene. So like for me, it was kind of that experience. We had went to LA for BET Awards one time. And like the whole crew flew out. We all stayed in one hotel room. And like back in the day, they used to have industry magazines that listed where all the addresses were for all the record labels. And I remember going to all the record labels and showing up at the door. And like I couldn't even get in the parking lot. Like back then, you couldn't even get into the parking lot of the building if you didn't have an appointment or a meeting set up. So that shit just let me know that I didn't really have it figured out. Like I realized like at that point, if you don't even have no real personal relationship with nobody, where you can set up a meeting or have them come down to get you from the parking lot or let you in the building, then it's not even really gonna happen. So like I say, being from Minnesota, like we was popping in Minnesota, but as far as going to big record labels in LA and New York, like we didn't really have that connect outside of like Def Jam and Rockefeller, which was like, that was a door that we had opened up. Me and my guy Webb had opened up, but that was really a limited connection. So that was really kind of where it started from, is why like coming to LA is important, or going to New York or going to Atlanta is important, because at a certain point you're gonna need like bigger industry connects outside of just Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Point blank period.
I mean, yeah, that's 100% a fact.
Man, you gotta get out there and see the world a little bit, man. Touch some other people, man, and see if you really got what it takes to get to the next level.
I mean, yeah, and as much as see if you got what it takes, you gotta have what it takes. Like you gotta get out here and have what it takes. Like that's part of having what it takes. Like I think a lot of artists in every small city or town or whatever, like they think like you could just get it in Minnesota or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stay to your market or stay to yourself, or they think that their music is just gonna pay off. And it's not. The music, it don't work like this. The entertainment business. So that's not how the entertainment business. That, you know, they don't make movies and then just hope the world's gonna go see it because they put all their time and dedication into making a great film. After you make a great film, you have to do marketing and promotion. You gotta put up posters. You gotta get out here. You gotta do a press run. You gotta do everything. So it's the exact same business.
It don't just happen by itself.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of where we was at.
Everything is strategic, man. Man, can I ask you about free Wi-Fi, man? I was rooting for y'all, man. I wanted y'all to happen, man. I thought that was gonna be it.
No, I mean, we did happen. It was good for, you know, what it was at the time. I think I still got a lot of love for Jay Plaza and Daddy De Niro. Then, like, I still talk to them. You know, De Niro just had his baby, and he being a great father. And Jay Plaza, you know, always on his daddy duties. But, you know what I'm saying, I talked to him recently, probably last week. So, like, you know, I still do whatever for them.
Is that something that you really thought could happen? Is that something that you regret in any way, shape, or form, man? Is there anything that you would have done different?
Nah, I don't have no regrets on that, because at the end of the day, like, I could have been out here in LA enjoying my life, doing what I want to do, and not thinking about back home, not trying to help nobody from my city, not trying to put something together, you know what I'm saying? So for me, hey, at least I tried, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to help some people out in a way where I wish somebody would have came back and helped me when I was on the come up with trying to connect the dots in the industry. And like, just to be clear, like with that whole free Wi-Fi situation, I mean, a lot of that was like, really Daddy De Niro, like the reason I even know Daddy De Niro is because he already had a relationship with somebody at a record label in LA that they called me and was like, yo, there's an artist in Minnesota. Like, man, let me know about this kid. Check it, see if he's like got something going for himself. So like I got connected to Daddy De Niro through a label in LA. And like that was the beginning of me and his relationship. And then through that, like I kind of got introduced to Plaza and stuff from him being on the scene everywhere and like that. So it's not like I'm not gonna hold you. It wasn't like I just knew Daddy De Niro growing up, or I found Daddy De Niro myself. Like Daddy De Niro had already created a little buzz for himself to where somebody at a label had hit me about him, and that situation kind of unfolded out of his effort in a way. And like I said, Plaza had been going so hard, performing everywhere and stuff, and he had a real unique thing going for himself. So no, I don't have no regrets, because at the end of the day, I just tried to help, and I don't feel bad about that.
Hey man, I appreciate that about you, man. Anybody that's trying to help move the needle forward, man, is definitely appreciated, man. Is there anything any advice you would give to an artist right now that's in the Twin Cities that is trying to garner some type of national recognition where they can go out and tour and be recognized all over the U.S. and all over the world, man? Is there any advice you would give to that person right now?
I mean, I think like number one, super important, like I touched on earlier, is build your relationships. You're gonna have to get some relationships with some people outside of Minnesota. But like I know there's one thing, like, and I don't hope this doesn't come off like the wrong way, but honestly, a lot of artists in Minnesota they're not really bumming how they need to bum. Like they not really coming hard they need to come. Like they not running backstage, they not running in green room, they not running up on artists, they not like that's honestly have a lot to do with why artists in Minnesota haven't blown up or haven't established the bigger relationships outside of Minnesota. There's some artists that are good at it, like my son. Like my son is good at building relationships with artists on a national level, because when he gets the chance, he gonna run down on them. He gonna let them know how he feels or who he is, and I feel like that's played to his success. But like I don't never see no
like
artists in Minnesota.
Can you explain that a little bit more? Like, can you go into running on people? Like, what did my son do to get to where
I can't speak all the way for my son. I just know my son is an aggressive person. When he sees what he wants, or he knows he wants to do a collab with you, or if he knows he wants to be in your circle, or he wants to network with you, he gonna make it known. Whether it's calling you my hippie or telling you he love you or whatever, he gonna build like, here, calling you his best friend, like whatever that is. Like he make it clear, like, yo, I fuck with you, like fuck with me, right? So like outside of my son, I say like my take on it is more so like, if I was an artist, I would be more like aggressive against, especially specific to rap music, and maybe in other areas too, but specific to rap music, like I would really be running down on cats. Like I ain't never seen cats running in green rooms or backstage. Like if I was a rapper, an artist couldn't come to Minnesota and not see me face to face. I'm coming backstage. I'm coming in the green room. I'm back. I'm wherever.
How are you gonna pull that off?
Hey, you know how many venues I snuck in, green rooms I snuck in? Like, you gotta just hustle, finesse, like, do whatever it takes to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of artists not doing that. And I feel like you gotta just finesse. Like, I ain't never
So you gotta be hungrier. You gotta,
I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta go above and beyond to get
man,
where
ain't nobody,
you wanna...
Yeah, ain't nobody give me nothing, bro. Like, when you see me with somebody, like, I ain't getting no pass. I ain't use nobody's name. I ain't use nothing, bro. Like, if example, I see YG I doing sound check at First Avenue. I ran up on him. Nigga, what's up, YG? Nigga, he said, oh, what's up? Like, who's you with? Like, nigga thought I was about to bang on him or something. But like, that's how I'm coming. Like, nah, I'm Ace. Nigga, you gonna, yeah. So now whenever I see him, he always just had that familiarity. Like, oh, no, I met him before. There was a dude named Bodley James, dude from Detroit. He had a show. He opened up for My Beat at the Quest or whatever it's called at the time. Wherever the venue was called at the time. I ran in his dressing room. He was with all his dudes from Detroit. They was looking at me like, what the fuck? All right, what's up? Man, welcome to Minnesota. I'm Ace. Now, that's just me being me, because I'm a solid type of person. And I want, you know what I'm saying? I want to have my little reputation and connections. But if I was a rapper, I'd be on 10 times that with nigga. Like, you couldn't come to Minnesota and me not running your dressing room or catch
But you do rap though, Ace, man.
Nah, I know, but I'm not a rapper though.
Man, what's up? What was it? Cold Weather Parade?
Yeah, Cold Weather Parade, man.
Man, what's up, man?
Man, people still hit me about that, but you know what it's like? It's like
what
this.
happened?
Well, it's two things that happened. One, I never wanted to be a rapper. Like, I ain't want nobody to perceive me as a dude that was trying to get on from rapping. Like I really only did it because my boy was I thought dude was co-producer, and he didn't think his beats was right. So I just went to show him, like, here, this is what I could do over the beats. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of helped motivate him. And then honestly, I moved from New York and I lost track of him. I lost his information. So I don't even know how to get a hold of him no more. Like, to be the guy's honest truth with you, like, he kind of went MIA and we lost contact.
Man, God bless it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about, man, before we get out of here, man? Address, man, to say or let people know that you got coming?
Man, yeah, I mean, I always been working on my art and my art gallery shit. So, like, just been taking this last year. I've been doing a lot more painting, and like, I'm about to relaunch my whole gallery and clothing brand again. So, you know, a lot of people seeing the plotting hats going around the city in Minneapolis, or been to the gallery, the plot gallery. We was doing events with everybody, and I'm relaunching that. So I moved the gallery out here. It's on Pico, near Pico and La Brea, like a block or two past Roscoe's if you come to LA. 5281 West Pico Boulevard. And I just been really focused on relaunching that. And so I'm about to relaunch the whole clothing brand, focus around my art now. So that's going to be coming here in the next week or two. So you'll be on the lookout for that. You want to follow us as plotting_co on Instagram or Twitter. And we got Plot Gallery on Instagram and Twitter. So that's a good way to tap in with me. And I've just been focused on that and just looking on for the next evolution of, you know, helping artists and taking it to the next level. So, I mean, that's really what I've been on and continue to be on.
All right, man. I appreciate your time, man. Can I ask you for a favor, man?
What's up?
Man, you still in contact with Rocky?
Hey. Nigga. It's Wooly. Yeah. I got 2 phones, Kevin Gates. I repeat my niggas in a better place. Smoking present till I suffocate. Fuck the law, beat another case. Life's a gamble, dice game. Fuck them lawyer fees, that was life change. When I was young, I thought I might change. If you know me, you know I'm the same. Cross a nigga like the